Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! And the intro is back as well. I'm YouTube famous now. I forgot the peekaboo. Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Earth Day 2023, the album Fringe AF. Rock on, gold dust. Beast woman. All right, let's get into today's drama. Listen, Linda. There's some fringe on the top of my hat right here. Anyway, listen, Linda. I took the weekend off from filming videos. I filmed my vlog, of course, because I try to film it every single day. And if you don't watch my vlog, people say it's like a podcast. They fall asleep to it. They do their makeup to it. They do their errands to it. I love that people say that they do all those things. Anyway, it's like a half an hour to an hour every single day. I sit on my front porch. I just tell stories of my life. I give little updates about what's going on with my life every single day. For example, yesterday we went to brunch. I give the breakdown of everything that we ate at lunch. So please go check out my vlog. I get so many people over there on a regular basis that are like, I watched your drama channel, I watched your review channel, but I had no idea that you just sat here on the front porch and just talked. Yes, I think this is my 6th full year of doing it, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. It's my heartstone. Each of my channels serves some different purpose for me, you know, like my meditation channel just gets me kind of centered for the day. I already made that video today. My review channel, I get to try so many fun things and just give my give my funny opinion about it. Today I tried this week's new crumble cookies. This channel I love because I can have an opinion about it. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's serious. Sometimes I'm just flipping a fan. Sometimes I drop the fan. Sometimes I don't. Anyway, but I just love this channel because I get to give my opinion about it. It's very much for me like watching The Real Housewives and things like that. So anyway, and kind of giving my opinion about what I see going on YouTube or social media or pop culture or whatever. So anyway, I love all of my different channels for different reasons, so please go check them out. And for those of you that do, I really appreciate it. Okay, so I didn't film videos this weekend except for my vlog, and I got caught up on TV shows. I watched The Devil, or just, it's Devil in Ohio. So I thought the first 2 episodes were kind of cheesy, or I guess as Deaf Noodles would call me, corny. So I wasn't going to keep up with watching Devil in Ohio, but I'm really happy that I did. I thought it was really, really good. I was actually kind of scared at parts. And then last night I started watching, well, I had watched it like 2 years ago. And so I went back and I started it over again, the show Manifest. I think it's 3 seasons they have out, and then the 4th season is coming out in November, and that's like the final season to it. A lot of people are telling me that they like the first 2 seasons and they didn't like the 3rd season, but I love it so far. Last night I watched 4 episodes just back to back, and so I'm kind of obsessed with it. But anyway, that's what I've been doing for this weekend. So what have you been doing? All right, and let me tell you, Linda, listen, Linda, okay, are you from Detroit? So I woke up this morning and I was like, ooh, well, I wonder what Dennis has been up to. No, not really. I wasn't really worried about that. Oh, I wonder what Deaf Noodles has been up to all weekend. Oh, more roasts, more comedy shows. And so, you know, I love my magazines. Back in the day, I used to read, you know, these celebrity magazines, and I just love them so much. I love, like, this one's Life and Style. I love, like, People. I love Us. I love all of those, you know, just the ones that you get in the grocery store line. So I got this magazine. It came in the mail today, and I was so excited about it. And Dennis is on the front of it. I was like, oh my God. And it's called I Made a Lot of Bad Choices. And I was like, you know, you really have. And now you came out in an interview with Life and Style magazine and you admitted it. And so I'm just so impressed. I just want to congratulate Dennis for making it on the cover of Life and Style magazine for your bad choices. Because at this point, congratulations on your bad choices is about all you're going to get. So anyway, so let's get into this. I was kind of looking at what Dennis had done over the weekend because I wanted to see if he had continued with his shenanigans, which if you watched my last video, you would know that Shenanigans was the most famous swingers club in the Midwest. And I know that because I used to play slots with the owner at the casino. But anyway, that's beside the point. I don't know why I said that in my last video, and I don't know why I'm saying it again, but a couple people thought it was funny, so whatever. But anyway, I was looking to see what he was talking about. Now, if y'all don't know what happened this weekend, Austin McBroom was in this big boxing match. I think these boxing matches are so foolish, okay? I quite frankly, what I think they are, whether it's Jake Paul, or I don't even know these people that are boxing, but whether it's Austin McBroom, or whether it's Jake Paul, or whoever it is, to me, all it is a big, like, dick throwing contest, okay? Like, let's all just throw out our dicks and see who's got the biggest dick. Like, that's, to me, what it is. But anyway, funny though that Dennis wants to comment on this about Austin McBroom, who he's made many videos about, that he wants to comment, the irony of this was not missed on me, okay? That he wants to comment on this boxing match that Austin McBroom was in, of which he lost. And that, I knew if I made that video over here, nobody'd care, because, like, I know the people that watch my videos are like, Austin who? We don't know. Austin McBroom of the Ace Family channel. So anyway, he was in this boxing match, and he lost, okay? But Dennis covered this, and he did a video on this, and he actually commented on it, and he said, watching Austin McBroom get knocked the F out is the most satisfying thing I've seen all year, okay? And then he goes on and he says, Austin McBroom's boxing event was so humiliating for him that he doesn't want anyone seeing it. Which is probably why you're not showing your comedy shows anymore online, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you would know from experience, probably. Re-uploading my video on it now. And then he posts this video, and it's called Austin McBroom Got Knocked the F Out, right? Okay. What's interesting to me about this wasn't Cabos, the YouTuber, wasn't he just daring you to a boxing match, and you came out and said, I'll box you on the street any day, and you can live record it and whatever, but I'm not going to do this in a boxing match because whatever, that's for this and that's. So you are coming out against Austin McBroom, who, hey, listen, okay? I got no love in my heart from Austin McBroom, okay? I do think he's a scammer of the world, and I think it's been evidenced by many, many things at this point. And I don't really ever comment on the Ace Family because, quite frankly, I don't watch any of their videos. They bore me. I don't know how they got as big as they did. And the fact that they still have a following is just bizarre to me. But you're going to come out and you're going to, like, start saying all this stuff about the person that actually was willing to get in a boxing ring when you weren't, okay? Now, one of the things that was interesting in commentary when people were talking about why Dennis wouldn't be willing to get in a boxing ring was that apparently, even if it's not a professional boxing match, you know, like at MGM or something like that, even if it's not a professional boxing match, that there are these different things. I don't know what the words, I can't remember what the word is, but there's these different, like, certain things, like you have to have contracts signed and whatever, right? It's called, what is it called? I don't remember. But anyway, and one of those things is that you have to be willing to submit to a drug test, and people were saying that there is a possibility that maybe Dennis was not willing to submit to a drug test, okay? We're going to talk about this in a second, because as somebody that has prominently, is that the right word? That's not the word. Proudly on my channel talked about my 27.5 years sober. There are a lot of people in my comment section that are asking me why I'm not commenting or speculating on the fact that possibly Dennis is using substances. So I'm going to talk about that in a second because I want to address that, because I've gotten so many comments about it. I've gotten so many comments, and I'm not somebody to shy away from something when somebody wants me to talk about it. So since so many people asked me why I'm not talking about that and why I'm not addressing it, I will talk about that in just a second. So anyway, I found that to be interesting. Then he said, should I join Tinder and make a video going on a date with the first person I match with? Okay, and to be honest with you, I was kind of surprised at the return on the investment. The response to this poll, hold on, I got way out of this. The response to this poll is that 65% said yes and 35% said no. And I have to believe it's just because people want to see what a crap show this would be of him being on an actual date. I don't think it's that people actually want to see. Well, let's actually see what some of the comments are underneath here. This is like a live show of me reading these tweets. So somebody said, you know, you really shouldn't actually, knowing you won't tell them what you're doing, show up with a camera and you probably won't get a good reaction, is what somebody says. Somebody says, we all know it'd be a hired actor, they'll make a profile, have them like Dennis be, okay. Somebody said, perfect opportunity to kiss and make up with Salvo, okay. Somebody said, no, because it's fucking, creepy, and you're putting someone who wants to either date or hook up in an uncomfortable situation. I agree, and I think that's weird that he wants to do that. So anyway, but yeah, it's like, it's interesting to me. It's like, that's going to be your next video idea. Where are you going with all this? And this has been for me where I'm like, I really truly do not believe that he has an end game, because now he's posting videos about Austin McBroom again, okay? On the same channel that he's trying to weed out and sell these third roast battle tickets. And it just doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason. Okay, so if you think it doesn't get weirder, it gets weirder. So then he goes on here and he posts this video. I'm not going to post it here, but it's him doing like pull-ups in what looks like a home gym, which a couple people commented underneath here, home gym, which I don't know why that would matter if it's a home gym or not. But somebody said how deaf Noodles tries to attack, trains to attack people who are funnier at his roast event. And then, hold on a second. So he set the camera up, hit record, started doing pull-ups, and to show his own strength, he edited it down to 4 pull-ups, not even 5. Word of advice: if you're trying to impress people, maybe make a video of you doing more than 4 pull-ups. He seriously edited this thinking it was great. And then somebody, there's so many people, like for every single negative comment in here, there's somebody defending him. Like this person says, you sat down, watched, analyzed, and engaged with this video with a view and a comment. Well, I mean, in all fairness, the video is 4 seconds long. So I didn't lose much of my day watching the video, but I do think it's interesting. I mean, he's very much, in the last month, been like thirst trapping a lot, which I don't understand, okay? There's a lot of pictures of him with no shirt on. You know, we already know about the bush picture, okay? We don't need that picture, okay? Out in the wild bush with the crabs, okay? We don't need another picture of that, okay? Maybe reach out to Manscaped and see if they'll give you a sponsored video. I don't know. Hopefully something, okay? Maybe a comb and a pair of scissors, something, okay? A deaf noodle. But anyway, it seems to me like this thirst trapping is very interesting to me. I wouldn't be surprised if his next move, because a lot of people have kind of said this already, but it wouldn't be a surprise to me if his next move wasn't starting his OnlyFans. Because like, I'm like, where are you going with this? And like I said, it doesn't seem to me like there is much of an end game. Like, it doesn't really seem to me like he's thinking of this. It's like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I'm gonna start a comedy club. Oh, and then we're gonna do roasts, and yeah, and then, oh yeah, and then we're gonna ask people to, whatever it is, because I keep on getting it wrong in every video, pull up and show up, and yeah, and then, oh, and then a naked picture of myself. Oh, and then what we'll do is we'll show up to this club in Las Vegas and we'll tell everybody that I'm gonna be there, but I'm really not gonna be there. And then we'll lie, and then we'll tell people that it's because 300 people called. Girl, you can't even get 300 people to show up to your roast online, let alone 300 people call in to evidence you, okay, at that Las Vegas nightclub. Nobody cares that deep, okay? They really don't. So anyway, so it goes on, and he just says all this kind of stuff, and then he, on here again, third super roast battles, Deaf Noodles versus Chris, blah, 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 blah. History was made and will repeat itself, pull up or shut up, okay, and this is that problematic person. And then he posts this picture right here, okay, and it's him shirtless again, and anyway, we won't talk about the bottom half of this picture, but he puts underneath here, and this is where, like, it's problematic. So then he puts underneath here, or above the picture, Coke abs, okay? Let's read. I want to actually see what some of the comments are. He's got 78 comments underneath here. Let's see. Are you trying to prove something, or is it a joke? And somebody else says, pretty much, if you start eating again, your ribs won't show as much. Okay, I don't know. There's a lot of nasty comments, a lot of mean comments. But I think that this is a good time for me. A lot of people are talking about him being nude. Of course, then he goes in here and he shows his third super roast battles again. Then he did a live stream, live addressing all the new false allegations in the next super roast battles. So him doing these live streams, of which nobody's really watching anyway, is just a marketing scheme for him to get people over there so he can talk about selling tickets to these live roast battles, which is interesting, okay? Because he talks about how these live roast battles, they sell out so quickly, but then he is selling tickets on Twitter right up to the day of the roast. So how are you selling out? How are these roasts selling out? I mean, are you packing 200 people in there now? How are these roasts selling out so quick that you're selling tickets up till the day I mean, are people sitting on each other's lap? Is it like $50 for an actual metal seat and $25 if you get to sit on somebody's lap, okay? And $10 to get hit and pushed by by Deaf Noodles himself? I mean, I don't understand what the selling point of these tickets is, right? So anyway, he keeps on saying that they're selling out, they're selling so fast, they're selling this, right? But then he's selling tickets right up to the very moment, which means no, they're not selling out that fast. And what's interesting to me, okay, is that you have a YouTuber that has over 500,000 subscribers and was getting 100,000 views a video over that. He was really doing well in his videos. That doesn't want to listen, okay, to when people are saying, we miss your old content, we miss what you did before. Well, if you really cared about these comedy roasts and you really cared about the club, that alone would be a way to pack seats in there. Because if you were listening to your audience and you were listening to people that stood by you and helped you build up your channel that aren't unsubscribing to you by the millions at this moment, okay? I mean, not literally, but like by the tens of thousands, that is true. If you would actually listen to them, those people would actually show up to your roast because they would still be fans and they would want to see. But when you are pissing on your fans, nobody really is going to care to show up to your show. So now these hundreds of thousands of views that you were getting on videos that built you to the point to build this comedy club they're pointless now. Like, what's the point in all of this that you did? Because now you have this very small following on there. I mean, it's miraculous to me that he can't get more people in a show. So anyway, so he goes on here and he's saying all this kind of stuff today. I want to address, first of all, I've always, okay, had an issue with Dennis. This is before all this stuff came out. I've had an issue with Dennis wearing the Dare t-shirt, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. When I was growing up and I was in high school, it was like funny ha-ha for the drug kids to wear a Dare t-shirt or like a Mothers Against Drunk Driving t-shirt, like a MAD t-shirt, okay? Like, that was funny, like, for those of us. I don't think as a sober person, especially as, he's not sober, I don't know what he is. I don't know what substances he uses. I don't know if he uses any. I don't know if he drinks. I don't know anything about his substance use, okay? But as somebody that is somebody is 27 years sober, looking at a 37-year-old man wearing a Dare t-shirt, I don't think that's funny. Especially when a lot of your audience is younger, okay? I think that's really, it's bad humor, it's inappropriate humor, and it's really kind of like junior high humor to me, okay? I don't think it's funny. Yet again, this is where he thinks his jokes are the funniest in the room, but they really aren't, okay? So speaking of which, a lot of people have asked me to talk about this alleged substance use, because people are saying that he's acting, you know, all these different ways and he's doing all this and that it seems like he's using a lot of substances, okay? There's a lot of these supposed allegations floating around. I don't know, because I haven't watched his live stream, if he's addressed these things or not, okay? But the fact that he came out with a picture and then posted it and said coke abs to me, I think is his way of joking and kidding and saying it's not really that, okay, which we understand. But the reason I haven't commented on it, and the reason that I am not going to speculate about that, is that as a person in recovery, and as a person that has had very dear friends of mine overdose on many different substances, and as a former cocaine addict myself, I don't think it's funny to joke about this thing. I don't think it's funny to speculate about these things, okay? So I'm not going to do that. I will say that he has enough close people around him. Like, this is one of the things I was going to say, you know, was that I thought about after I did my last video. That people are like, you know, they're all, like, all these people that say that they're worried about Deaf Noodles. Deaf Noodles has a lot of people around him. Remember that he had family members that were at his first roast, okay? You know, he apparently has all these friends that are working for him or that are around him and all of that, right? So he has people that are close to him. Now, mind you, he also has these 4 to 5 comedians that are showing up for these roasts. And even if they are just people that are, like, I don't know, that are just showing up that night, he seems to be pretty close to these people and talking to these people, and he has people that are live streaming with him and stuff like that. So unless those people are using Dennis for their own, I don't know, they're building up their own channels or their own social media or whatever, and so they don't really care that he's destroying his own career or whatever's going on with him. You know, to me, it's like, why wouldn't you in that position, if you were truly a friend of his, sit down and instead of feeding into it, say, hey, I'm really worried about you, what's going on? So if these people that care the most about Dennis aren't really that worried about him, it makes me wonder that when the camera is off, when Twitter is off, when he's not doing these things, if maybe he is more of a normal Dennis or more of a normal Deaf Noodles. I don't know. And then it makes me wonder, are all of these antics just for marketing, this roast? Like, what is really going on? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? So, but it is very interesting to me that there's all these people that are close to him. The other thing that's interesting to me is when you see these pictures that he posts afterwards, and he's like got his arm around somebody, and he's like, thanks for showing up. I really appreciate your support and whatever. Like, those are very normal pictures. Like, it's, you know, there was one picture that he posted where they were all like giving the middle finger to the camera and stuff like that. And, you know, and some of these comedians, like, I don't know, but it seems like a lot of these people, like, he wants to say that, like, the haters are using him for clout and he doesn't have any clout. What do you think about these people that are roasting? What do you think about these people that are, like, sitting in your live stream? What do you think about? They're all trying to use you for clout, you know? If they are sitting there and they are just as much watching, because you have real fans, you have people that have watched you for the last 2 years that are very concerned about you, that you are basically saying to them, F you, I do not care about you, don't worry about me, there is nothing to be worried about, I am completely fine. That is what you are saying to your real fans, and not addressing whatsoever what is going on, and just saying, you know, hey, listen, this is what it's about. Like, I just want to do this comedy show, and I'm going to do it, and if you don't like it, you know, whatever. I mean, he's kind of said that a little bit, but not really. And so it's interesting to me that he is surrounded by all these yes men that are saying yes to him because they want the opportunity to be in a roast battle, or they want the opportunity to be in a Deaf Noodles video or to be in a Deaf Noodles live stream, right? So, I don't know, like, should we be concerned about Deaf Noodles, or is this a marketing thing? You know, I was texting with another YouTuber today, and I was like, I have never been so confused in my life, and this person was like, I haven't either, like, what is going on? And we were talking about, like, with other people, like, we kind of got it, like, you know, a scandal, like, initiated, like, something going on or whatever, but, like, this almost kind of seems like Dennis was like, I'm purposely going to, like, just, like, ruin my career. But then why post an Austin McBroom video? I want to actually go in here and see really quick. I want to see what his Austin McBroom video did yesterday. Hold on a second. Deaf Noodles. Okay. So he posted a video 8 hours ago. Sneeko should not be banned from YouTube. 6.5 thousand views. His Austin McBroom got knocked the F out video. That's 17,000 views. Tipping pizza delivery guys, $10,000 to save my career. 13,000 views. Got banned on Twitch. 21. I mean, he is not getting views at all. Let's go. I want to go down here and see, like, months ago. Okay, 3 months ago, 63, 71, 78, 70. I mean, he was consistently getting between 70 and 100,000 views a video. Every single video he was getting. So, I don't know. Maybe he made such good money that he doesn't really care anymore. But there we are. There's the update that y'all needed on Deaf Noodles. Let me know what you think in the comedy section. I did it again on the comment section below. Comedy comment section below. I love you guys. Comedy comment chili pepper section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.